Noong nalaman nila na may psoriasis ako, sabi nila, galis yan.
Sabi nila baka nanunuraw ako. Kakalaro ko sa labas ng bahay.
Sabi nila baka may nakain lang daw ako na hindi maganda.
Sabi nila, sa hangin daw ito nakukuha. Mawawala rin daw to.
Sabi nila, gamitin mo ito. Magsabon ka nito. Uminom ka nito. Gagaling ka.
Sabi nila, mag-sweater na lang daw ako para walang makakita.
Sabi nila, lumayo ako. Baka nakakahawa yung balat ko.
Sabi nila, hanggang dito na lang kami.
Sabi nila, wala raw akong kasama sa labang ito. Sabi ko, nandyan kayo. Panahon na para maitama lahat ng sabi-sabi. Kami naman ang pakinggan niyo.
Partner, how are you? Happy Saturday.
Hello.
Ayan.
Yan. Hello.
Kumusta, partner?
Evening.
Kumusta everyone? Hello sa mga viewers. So, kamusta naman kayo? Comment on the comment section. Wait lang guys
Hello po.
We're just waiting for, ayan. Hello! Hi, Emma! Hi kay Sir Joseph, Raymond. Hi, Coach Raymond. Hi, Walo, and Coach Paul. Ayan, you're back. Oh my God, akala ko wala na akong partner for tonight. Kamusta ka, partner? I can't hear you.
Audio sa akin.
Ayan, okay na. Okay na.
Ayan, okay na, malinaw na ba? Sorry po, biglang
Yes,
nawala yung
malinaw na.
connection ko.
Hi, Erica. Okay na. Partner, I'm so excited for tonight's episode. Are you excited ba? Naku, meron kaming dalawang guests.
Yes. Oo, ngayong gabi ay pinaunlak tayo ng dalawang guest natin at sila ay dalawang doktor na makakausap natin tungkol sa topic natin for tonight. Ano ba 'yon, Coach T?
Nako, today po is World Axial Spondyloarthritis. So, dahil episode 42 na natin, ayan, i-guest natin si Doc Aldo. Ang gwapong-gwapong si Doc Aldo. And ang magandang doktor natin si Doc Sundeep. Are you guys excited?
Yes. Okay, so wag natin kalimutan yung ating official hashtag tonight. Pag kayo ay mati o kaya gusto nyo naman magtanong, gamitin po ang ating official hashtag for tonight. Our official hashtag is WWP World AS Day.
World AS Day.
And World AS Day 2023.
23. Yes. So today, guys, is Saturday. Ayan, most of the people are resting, walang pasok. Kamusta naman kayo? You comment on the comment section kung taga saan kayo, or if you wanna, greet someone, feel free to comment down below. Ayan.
Yes. Coach C, alam mo, this year, celebrating is promoting the physical activities or the physic activities as movement that can greatly improve our both the physical and mental well-being for those living with AS.
Yeah.
Oo, kaya i-share nyo na po ang ating link natin ngayon para po mas marami po ang maging aware tungkol sa ating itong ating topic for tonight. At syempre, dahil nga sabi nga close daw to sa mga may psoriasis, sabi ni Doc kanina,
yes,
karaniwan.
Sa background natin, no?
Ikaw ba, Coach C, meron bang mga sumasakit sa'yo? Sa likod, sa
marami na
braso?
akong nararamdaman. Wow! Oo, pero saga naman, wag naman. Diyos ko, Lord. Nagpipray talaga
ako. Rin medyo may,
diba?
Sometimes, Coach C, to be honest, meron minsan sumasakit. Kaya lang sabi nga, kailangan daw, kilos-kilos, galaw-galaw.
Yes.
Para daw tayo ay, yung ating mga buto-buto.
Kasu-kasuan dyan, yes.
Yes,
correct.
Tama ka.
Ayun. But, before we continue, Coach, we would like to show our support to Miss January Sarsaso as she continues her journey for Miss Universe Philippines. Ayan. We are still lobbying for also for National Psoriasis Care Act, both in Congress and Senate. So guys, please continue to support us by following the following hashtags for updates and to create noise about our bill. Ayan. So we have Twitter hashtags. Ayan. Thanks, Direct. Follow us on Twitter at PsorPhil and use the following hashtag psoriasis bill now na, and hashtag freedom from psoriasis, hashtag freedom for 2 million Filipinos, and hashtag freedom for 2M. O, diba? Ang dami naming hashtag. Ayan.
Kaya lagi kayo dapat tumutok sa psoriasis fan page, para at least alam nyo yung mga nangyayari. Nang ito lahat ay nagsisikapan natin na maipasa natin yung batas na yan para yan sa lahat ng may psoriasis dito sa Pilipinas.
True. Ayun, Coach, total of how many viewers na ba tayo? Parang may nanonood ba dyan, ha? May mga nanonood ba mga kabalat? And mga
Wait,
friends?
as of the moment, we have 870 plus. Magandang gabi po. I-comment nyo po kung nasaan po kayo.
Oo,
wow.
Taga saan ba kayo? Coach Chris, taga saan ka ba? Tapos may sayaw.
Ay.
Taga?
Ako po si Coach Chris ay taga Caloocan po. Sa pagitan po ng Caloocan at Malabon. Sa may dagat-dagatan lang ako. So, hello po sa lahat po.
Ako sa Sa Laguna, sa Santa Rosa. Ayan. Lagi ko sinasabi sa may Enchanted Kingdom kami. Kasi parang gets nila agad. Ayun. So, hello po. Good evening to everyone. Yung mga kilala ko ba dito sa comment, Coach?
Yes, ang dami na nagko-comment. Pero bago ang lahat, no, batiin natin muna ang nagbe-birthday. Ang nagbe-birthday kahapon. Belated happy birthday to our President!
Yes! Oh my God! Meron kaming kanta sa'yo, Coach Paul. Thank you so much sa mga bumati kay Coach Paul. Nakita ko yung mga greetings ninyo.
Happy birthday, Coach Pong! Press Pong!
Yes,
si
PsorPhil President.
Ayan, no? Yeah. Happy birthday!
Happy birthday! Batang-bata, 23, charot lang.
Binabati ko rin po kasi meron daw tayo, Coach Z, meron daw tayong viewer. Meron daw tayong viewer na nasa Vietnam ngayon. Itago raw natin sa pangalang Bing. Hello, Bing.
Hello, Bing. Thanks for watching.
Vietnam ka pala.
All the way from Vietnam, yes. And
wait, meron din tayo dito.
From UAE,
ayaw patalo. Si Renz. Hello, Renz.
Hi, Renz. Renz Nankil Balabat Manuel. O, diba? Ang haba
also, meron din tayo. Ito, balik tayo sa Pilipinas.
Yes.
Si Minda.
Tacloban.
From Tacloban.
Yes. Ayan. Ang dami bumabati kay Coach.
Bati na natin. Ang dami natin ngayon gabi. So, at marami din ang gusto kang malaman tungkol sa ating topic na yes. And yes, Coach Z, ngayong gabi, no, marami tayong matututunan na talagang paano ba natin ito i-differentiate o ano ba yung nandiyan ba si Coach Carol? Hello, Coach Carol?
Yeah, Coach Doms. Basahin mo, Coach Chris. Taga saan si Coach Doms? Watching Coach from? Doms?
Saan?
Maldives. Maldives daw siya. Ayan. O, diba? Nasa Maldives si Coach guard. Watching from
si
Europe.
Sir Joseph ba nasa Europe?
Cute. So guys, to our viewers, just please don't forget to comment below and include where you're from, no, para malaman namin. And if you want to greet someone, feel free to greet them dyan sa comment. And ayun, isa-shout out pa namin kayo later. So birthday or anniversary or mga crush nyo, ganun, congratulate or whatever, basta ganun, i-comment nyo yan. Okay?
Yes.
And also, please like and share din, di ba, Coach?
Oo, malay nyo, mamaya, meron tayong mga gifts sa mga, sa mga share natin. Yung mga may share buds natin. Padamihin pa natin yan. Though we have 800 plus, no, viewers for tonight.
Thank you guys for watching, I know, di ba, dapat pag weekend, relax. But thank you so much na nagbibigay kayo ng time to watch us. Ayun. And also, itong isang guest natin, Coach, alam mo ba, mag-birthday na siya. Ito malapit na. Itong week. Oo. So, yan.
Sige. Okay. So, meron pa ba mga pahabol pa na babatiin natin?
So, whenever you comment, guys, you please include our official hashtag WWP World AS Day or hashtag World AS Day 2023. Ayun.
Okay, ayan.
And you're still watching Wellness Weekends Philippines, and our episode for tonight is World Axial Spondylloarthritis Day. Yeah, with the theme moving for axSpA. Tama ba, Coach? Tama ba yung pagkakaano ko doon? axSpA. Yeah.
Para lalo pa nating maiunawaan at maintindihan kung ano ba itong topic natin. At gusto ko maintindihan din actually. Sa hirap din natin basahin, no. Ang hirap din siguro padadaliin niyan ng ating guest for tonight kasi mga expert sila pagdating dito sa ating dahil sa topic natin because our first, no, introduce natin ang ating guest for tonight. Ang ating guest for tonight, he is a licensed medical doctor who graduated from University of Santo Tomas, Faculty of Medicine and Surgery. He has taken his internal medicine residency in Makati Medical Center and completed the rheumatology specialist training from MMC. Nako, very rare yan. Oo, he contributes by attending free clinics, medical missions, and prior to his training. And he is also a barangay doctor volunteer.
Wow, bait-bait na ni Doc. And
diba?
Dyan, his field of specialty includes autoimmune and musculoskeletal bone and joint diseases. Nabubulol ako. He was also diagnosed with psoriasis, no?
Kabalat din
siya. Yes, and psoriatic arthritis. Hence his interest in rheumatology. Ironic, no? Ayun, and he also believes that everyone has the right to treatment and education, and that the best way of treatment is to know yourself and your disease. I agree. Ano pa ba, Coach?
He is also the current counselor of the PMA Pasig City Medical Society, a member of the APLAR Young Rheumatologists. Very young talaga. And is part of the PRA Special Interest Group for gout and for spondyloarthritis. And currently is the co-chair of the Advocacy Committee of the PRA or Philippine
Alam mo,
Rheumatology
na-imagine ko ang busy-busy ni Doc. This is Dr. Ronaldo Aldo de Vera. Hello, Coach ako ng Coach Doc Aldo.
Doc Aldo.
Yes, hi.
Good
Good
evening,
evening,
Doc
everyone.
Aldo. How are you?
Hi, C. Hi, Chris. Thank you for inviting me.
Thank you, Doc.
Thank you, Doc.
For answering yes always for Psoriasis
oo.
Philippines and Wellness Weekends Philippines.
Kumusta ka, Doc?
Oh, okay naman. Happy to be here. Looking forward to our discussion this evening.
Yes, thank you so much, Doc. Pinaunlakan mo ang aming invitation. Doc, hindi ka nag-iisa, meron kang kasama. Siya ay isang general physician, a single mom of a homeschooling child, and ikaw nga, Coach Chris.
A member. Yeah, so she is also a member of the ASAP PH. Let us welcome in our virtual stage, Dr. Sundeep Beesla.
Hi, Doc.
Hi, everyone.
Hi, Doc San.
Good evening,
everyone.
Yes, I'm so glad to be here tonight. Thank you so much for
How are
having
you,
me here.
Doc?
I'm good, and I'm so excited to share with you our experiences as patients tonight.
Thank you so much, Doc. Nag-yes kayo sa amin. And ayun, just for quick interview lang, anong pinagkakaabala ni Doc San, and then later on si Doc Aldo.
Ayan, so ang pinagkakaabalahan ko ngayon is I work from home as a doctor, so I do teleconsultation since the pandemic started. So yun lang muna, and syempre yung son ko and family ko.
Oh, okay, ayan. Ikaw naman, Doc Aldo, anong pinagkakaabalahan natin lately?
Yes, Doc Aldo. Anyway, baka naputal yung connection natin.
Hello? Sorry.
Doc Aldo.
Yan, Doc.
Hello,
Can you
everyone.
hear
Yes.
us?
Okay, I'm back.
Okay.
Yes, I can hear you now.
Anong pinagkakaabala ni Doc Aldo lately?
Just kids, family, clinic. Well, I'm glad the pandemic is feeling over already. Everyone should still keep safe, okay?
Yeah. So, Doc, inalis nga sa emergency ang status ang natin, no? Ang sa WHO. Pero syempre, ingat-ingat pa rin po sa lahat. Though marami na talaga halos lahat pumapasok na. Pero yun, ingat pa rin. Saka syempre, no, Doc, no, medyo mainit ngayon kaya nag-adjust, pati yung mga schools nag-adjust. So, ayun.
So, ayan. Wait lang, meron palang patient dito si Doc Aldo nanonood, si Ness. Nes Estoesta Potencia, na sabi niya, that's my Ruma, Doc Aldo. Very busy pala talaga si Doc.
Hi,
Ayan,
Nes.
meron ka palang patient dito, Doc. Ayan. Eto si Grace. Si Grace, sabi niya, hi, Doc Aldo. And hi, Dr. Sundeep. Ayan. Ako, may mga fans pala. Thank you guys for watching. Ayun. So, ayun na nga. Meron akong gustong malaman. Mga minamahal naming doctor. So, since we're talking about, diba, today pala, Doc, no, is World Axial Spondyloarthritis. Sabi ni Doc sa akin kanina sa TechRun, Doc, every
first Saturday of May.
Oo. Yeah, it's celebrate. Ayan. So, ang question ko ay, ano ang rheuma and what is a rheumatologist daw po?
Yeah. Actually, we get that question a lot eh. Minsan may mga tao pumapasok sa clinic and then they're like, Doc, sumasakit, may rheuma ako. Okay? Now, rheuma is a general term, informal term yan that talks about yung mga sakit o kondisyon na umaapekto sa joints, muscles, bone, and connective tissue. Essentially, it's like the family. It's like the name of the family. And when you have rheuma, it can be muscle, it can be joint, it can be nerves, it can be, and all of that is part of the rheuma. Now, walang isang sakit ang tinutukoy ng salitang rheuma, and then naglalarawan nito na may higpit pang, it's more than 200 diseases of the joints. And yung mga sakit. And then kasama na dito yung mga sakit kagaya ng rheumatoid arthritis, lupus, gout, and yung topic natin for tonight, which is Axial Spondyloarthritis. So the rheumatologist naman, siya po yung doktor na internal medicine practitioner, so that's a specialty, or a pediatrician, and then these doctors went additional training sa paggagamot ng arthritis or autoimmune conditions. So to visit a rheumatologist near you, both for the pedia and both for the adult, you can go to the website rheumatologyph.org.
Ayan. O, yung mga gustong maghanap ng rheumatologist dyan, ayan, you go daw sa rheumatologyph.org. Ayan. Ayun. Ikaw, Coach, may tanong ka ba kay Doc Aldo?
Yes. Kasi yung bigla akong nagkaroon ng idea. Sabi kasi ni Doc kanina, yung rheuma, yung ano ba tawag dito? Itong rheuma ay pananakit lang ng pananakit ng kasukasuan o ng karaniwan, Doc, 'di ba? Nagkakaroon tayo ng medyo, 'di ba, sa buong maghapon tapos biglang sasakit yung likod. Rheuma na ba 'yun or yung bang pagkakaroon ng halimbawa po ako, 44 po ako. So, meron akong nararamdaman na konting sakit sa likod. Rheuma na ba yun, Doc, kapag ano nang nararamdaman ko pagdating ng hapon? Or...
I'm sorry, medyo naging choppy for a bit. But when you say ankylosing spondylitis, sakit po to na paulit-ulit, and these are chronic pains, and it lasts more than 3 months. Now, if you have back pain, and then you notice na palagi kang umiinom ng gamot, or you feel like the medicines are not working for you, then yes, it's possible that you have ankylosing spondylitis. And yes, we can discuss later. There's actually a questionnaire that you can go through to find out if you possibly have inflammatory back pain.
Oo nga. Well, Doc Aldo, I'm just curious, how can someone get AS po?
Paano nga po ba yun?
Now there's no definite cause actually, although there's genetic factors that are involved, and some people who are positive for HLA-B27, this is the gene for that, they are at an increased risk for ankylosing spondylitis.
HLA-B27.
And may age ba to, Doc, yung nagma-manifest siya, yung ganitong sakit?
For AS, the pains usually come out before 40 years old. So before 40 years old, if you have chronic back pain, then you need to see a doctor.
Doc, 44 na ako. Wala naman ako masyadong ganun ka, no? So, safe na ba ako?
Si Chris.
Now, well, Chris, when it's like, there's a connection kasi with with psoriasis and with ankylosing spondyloarthritis. Okay, so psoriasis and AS, they're both part of a family of diseases called seronegative spondyloarthropathy. Yun yung test na usually pinapagawa, yung tawag natin doon is the rheumatoid factor. When you're negative for that, and if you have chronic pains, then you can have the spondyloarthropathy. And there are two main branches or two main families of disease. So if you can imagine the Venn diagram na may dalawang bilog, the first family, the first branch, that's the axial or yung mga patients na may problema sa spine. Where when you see the peripheral branch or the second the family, that's where the joints or the joints of the hand or the feet are affected. So kumbaga, one family, yun yung axial spondyloarthritis, for example, and the other family, a good example for that will be psoriatic arthritis. And sometimes they do meet in the middle, so there can be overlap. Therefore, if you have psoriasis or psoriatic arthritis, it's very important that you listen in to this talk so that you can learn more about your condition, because if you have it, it can affect your therapy, your treatment options, and your quality of life. And sometimes we accept na may sumasakit just because we know that may sakit tayo, not knowing that there are things we can do or medicine we can take, and then there's actually a disease that's explaining everything. And that's why it's important.
Yeah, I really believe that too, Doc. Sabi nga ni Doc kanina dun sa intro natin, na he believes that, everyone has the right for treatment and education. And yung best way for your treatment is to know yourself and your disease. Ayun.
Yes.
Pero
And
Doc,
to
what
know
is
your...
AS ba? What is AS ba, Doc? Para lang sa mga viewers
AS,
natin.
okay, sorry. It's a bit choppy kasi. So AS or axial spondyloarthritis, it's a type of arthritis kung saan po yung galugod or yung spine ay nasisira. So ankylosing spondylitis naman, yun yung tawag kapag matagal na hindi nagagamot, yung axial spondyloarthritis. And what happens there is that nagdidikit-dikit yung mga buto natin sa likod. So these are patients who get yung spine nila nag-fuse together, or pati yun kanilang sacroiliac joints, and because of that they're not able to bend forward, they have pain when moving, and definitely the earlier you catch them, the earlier you can treat them so that they can have a better quality of life talaga.
Doc, meron lang akong follow-up question, no? Kasi alam natin si Doc San na ating guest in for tonight is hindi lang siya doctor but also a patient, no? Doc, yung sinabi ni Doc Aldo kanina na pananakit ng spine, yun din po ba yung nararamdaman niyo, Doc San?
Yes, Sir Chris. Actually, I've been having my symptoms since I was pregnant in 2012. So, I started having low back pain in 2012, and that time I thought it was due to the pregnancy. However, when I gave birth to my son, things didn't change or it didn't improve that much. So, nung mga panahon na yun, medyo nag-worry na rin ako. And then, tuloy-tuloy kasi ako sa pagpasok sa hospital kasi student din ako noon. Med student ako, 4th year ng med school. Yeah, so, and then during my postgraduate internship, so grabe yung pain, and then sometimes, they won't even believe me when I say that I'm in pain kasi you always have it kapag morning. Kasi that's the time that is very difficult for us. Kasi you've been in a prolonged lying down position. Di ba? For hours tayo natutulog. Ganon. So, dahil doon, pag gumising ka, sobrang sakit. It's really painful when you try to get out of bed in the morning. And then, once na kapag kumilos ka na, when you try to do physical activities like exercise or walking, it then improves. Yun. So, para ka lang nagdahilan.
Oo. So, pagka na-stretching na pala, Dr. San, you feel better. Parang ganun ba yun?
Yes. So, when you start exercising, when you start moving, then it gets better. So, those are the symptoms.
Curious na ako, Doc San, anong age ka? Nagkaroon ng AS?
Yeah, I think I was around 25 years old, 24 to 25 years old back then. But then I was diagnosed in 2015. So, yung math ko medyo, baka mga 28 years old na nung na-diagnose with AS.
Okay.
Ganon. Then till now, I still have it because there's no cure. There's no single cure for it. You need to do different things to help you with the symptoms.
Oo. Ayun. Thanks, Doc. Pero wala ka namang psoriasis, diba, Doc?
Wala po. Wala.
Oo, kasi sabi nila, Doc Aldo, may parang, is there like a connection ba with psoriasis and AS po?
Yes, there is a connection. And a lot of people with psoriasis also have AS. Although sa amin, sa AS, kung yung AS mismo, kung yung patient na may AS mismo, parang hindi ganun ka-frequent yung occurrences. Pero kapag dun sa may mga psoriasis, usually meron din silang psoriatic arthritis, ganun, o kaya, ayun, nagkakaroon din ng iba pang symptoms na katulad ng sa amin. So medyo mahirap din talaga.
Yes,
Yeah,
talking
I
about
agree with
symptoms,
Doctora.
Doc
Yeah.
Aldo.
Yeah, I agree
Sige
with
po, Doc
Doctora with what she was saying. Now, if you're gonna go by the numbers, depending on what study you're gonna be reading, you will find out that patients with psoriasis or with psoriatic arthritis, there's about a 12% or a 30% chance that they also have ankylosing spondylitis. And that's why it's important that patients with psoriasis know that this is also a possibility. Because if not, titiisin mo siya, and then although you are receiving medicines for the psoriasis, baka kulang yan for the ankylosing spondylitis. And that's why it's important that you you follow up with your doctor so that you can get individualized treatment for that. Okay? Kasi,
Kaya mo sinabi, Doc Aldo, no, na parang baka not enough yung gamot or yung tinitake is because same lang ba yung meds sa psoriasis and for the AS?
Yes. Now, when you have psoriasis, for example, psoriasis, that's the skin problem, and with the patients with the skin problem, you can have the arthritis problem, and then you can also have separately or in addition the spine problem. Now, if you're only being seen by the derma, for example, and then you think that and then you're only receiving the topical medicine for your skin, then definitely you are not receiving the medicine for your spine. Some patients kasi they will say, siguro masakit yung likod ko kasi hindi ako nakakagalaw because of my psoriasis. Yun pala, there's already involvement in the feet, in the hands, and also in the spine. Now, for patients that have psoriatic arthritis naman, so this is the psoriasis, ito yung psoriatic arthritis naman. When you see psoriatic arthritis, most of the time, yun yung mga peripheral joints na nadadamay. So the hands, the feet, the hands and the feet, the joints there. So things that you have to look there if you have psoriasis, one is you check your nails to see if there are any mga nail pittings. You can also check your fingers. If there was a time na biglang lumobo yung finger mo, like a sausage parang longganisa, yung tawag naman natin doon is dactylitis. And when you have that, then you are more prone for the arthritis. Now, when you are being treated for the psoriatic arthritis, medyo nagiging technical ng konti.
It's okay, Doc. We love to learn more about it.
And then you're receiving treatment only for the peripheral joints. The medicine that you receive here is kulang pa yun sa medicine for the spine. Okay? And that's the difference with that. Now, when you get treatment for the spine naman, medyo mas advanced yung treatment for that. Doon na pumapasok yung mga biologicals na ginagamit. Okay? And according to studies, if you get treated within the 5 years, very good. If you get treated within the 10 years, not so good, but better than not being treated at all. And yun yung mga complications nun eh. So the symptoms kasi of the ankylosing spondylitis, yun yung may chronic pain sa likod or paulit-ulit na sakit sa likod. You find yourself that you're dependent on taking pain relievers already. And sometimes you feel like when you sit down, masakit in one buttock, you sit on the other buttock, masakit. And those are signs because when your buttock is painful, that's actually the sacroiliac joint na sumasakit because you're sitting down on it. The difference with the AS, the pure AS, the ankylosing spondylitis, usually you have it on both sides. So yun yung bilateral. As compared to patients with psoriasis, usually it's just one side. So you can see that it's related, but yeah. So for AS, it's both. For psoriasis, the psoriasis version of that, the psoriatic spondylitis, nandun naman siya on one side, left or right. And that's why if there's any chronic pain that you feel like it's getting better when you move, then you might have it. Sometimes people ask, how do you diagnose ankylosing spondylitis? Now, it's very, it really requires a doctor that you trust, a doctor that you go to, a doctor that you can explain how you're feeling. Because this doctor, when they diagnose you for AS, they also have to look for the other manifestations that comes along with AS. Okay? So when you have AS, you can also have a problem with your eye, when you uveitis. Things to ask yourself would be if you have red eye, blurring of vision, light sensitivity, etc. You can also have the skin problem for the psoriasis. Okay? And when you have the psoriasis, doon na rin yung kumakapal yung finger, nail changes, and yung unang tapak sa umaga masakit, or you have Achilles tendonitis na madalas. Okay? You can also have problems with your bowel. So yun dito pumapasok yung IBS or the irritable bowel syndrome or the Crohn's disease or the ulcerative colitis. And those are questions that you have to ask because those are all manifestations of that disease. And depending on what you have, then you will find out what medicine mas tama sa'yo. Okay? So yun.
Ayun, na-curious tuloy ako na.
Doc, ha?
Oo, Dr. San, nung na-diagnose ka, ba before that, ano yung mga napansin mo sa'yo? Like, yun nga, parang symptoms mo nun. Okay, meron na palang ano.
Yeah, so before I was diagnosed with ankylosing spondylitis, the symptoms that I had were, I had lower back pain, as in everyday talaga, walang mintes, ganun. And I relied on pain relievers din. So,
nawawala naman siya, Doc.
Nakakatulong talaga. Naging vitamins ko siya for some time. Ayun, kasi I needed to have it talaga daily since I was going to the hospital. I need to go on duty and hindi ko kakayanin talaga without the pain reliever. So, kapag uminom ako nito, nakaka-relieve siya ng pain. And then, aside from that, later on, yung mga yung other problems sa ibang parts pa ng body. So, sabi nga natin, it affects the spine. So, different parts of your spine can be affected by AS. Like yung movement ng head, it's now limited. So, I couldn't turn it sideways fully na sa ngayon. Hindi na siya kaya ng todo. And then, even yung pag-tilt up and down, yung pag-turn up and down ng head, yung sinabi ko ni Doc Aldo, which is yung bending over, bending forward, it's really difficult for us. So, for AS patients, it might be hard for us to wear our shoes, tie our shoelaces, and then mag-bend over to pick up some things. So, we will need assistance from doing those things. And then, aside from that, important din na ingatan namin yung mga sarili namin kasi medyo fragile na talaga yung bones and yung joints namin. And kapag kunwari pag bumagsak kami, medyo mas madali kaming pwedeng ma-injure. Dahil dun sa mga pangyayari.
Hirap pala, Doc San.
Yeah, so sometimes
bawal din naman magbubuhat, no?
Bawal ka, Doc.
Bawal ang pagbubuhat, yung mga weight-bearing na activities, and like yung mga squatting, yung pag-squat. Ayun. So, medyo hindi siya advisable na gawin. Kung mag-exercise better with the assistance talaga ng someone na nakakaalam doon sa condition namin. And kung sa exercise naman, maganda rin talaga sa amin yung swimming since
less ang
so swimming yung mo, Doc. Imbes na like you go to the gym, exercise, and since bawal mag-squat and mag-lift, no?
Yes,
swimming.
Masaya.
Kasi mas less ang niya.
Is there Doc? Parang nabawasan yung quality of parang living nung nagkaroon ka ng AS?
Yes, unfortunately, ang laki ng effect nito sa life ko. Kasi before, I used to be active, I used to be adventurous, I was like on the go every time, parang kahit saan mo ako dalhin, game ako dyan, ganun. Pero since I had AS, I usually had back pain, hip pain, aside from the neck pain, the upper, yung pain sa upper back, mid back, lahat na. Ayun, so I'm so sorry, tumatawa pa rin ako. Pero kasi, ano na siya, usual na siya sa amin. Alam mo yun, parang, there's, hindi na normal ang araw without pain. So, ang normal namin is may pain talaga kami everyday. And,
so, sanay na sanay pala si Doc sa sakit. Kasi everyday, no? Pero, Doc, sabi mo parang very adventurous ka and all. Meron ka bang like, parang sayang di ko nagawa to because I have AS. Parang ganun.
I'm really thankful and blessed na naging active ako before. Kasi when I was a kid, okay, I know hindi kayo maniniwala, pero I used to do ballet and figure skating when I was young. And I also used to love the outdoors, so I usually go out and then minsan namumundok, mga ganun, or pumupunta kung saan-saan. So, very thankful ako na before ako magkaroon nitong mga sakit na to, I was able to enjoy my life naman. However, there are times that you miss doing those things that you love, you know, and sa ngayon kasi very limited, like if you want to go to different places, sa akin, ito, personal experience, it's really hard for me because my hips always hurt. So, magkamali lang ng step, for example, I'm walking, tapos may hindi ganun ka-flat na surface, magkamali lang ako ng hakbang ng step,
pwede kang
punta na
matumba.
siya sa hips ko. Yeah. And then, so kailangan talaga super careful ka when you walk, when you go out. You need to look and watch out for yung mga bagay na nilalakaran mo. Ganon. Kasi kung hindi ka maingat, pwede talaga naman disgrasya ka and mas lumala pa yung symptoms mo or yung pwedeng mangyari sa'yo. Ganon. There are times na parang feeling mo limited ka, pero syempre you don't only look for those things. Even though marami kang hindi nagagawa, ang kailangan mong mas ipag-focus ngayon are the things that you can still do. So that maging happy ka pa rin sa life mo.
Oo, magawa mo pa rin kahit na yung mga hindi extreme na gusto mong gawin, no. Pero may question ako kay Doc Aldo, no. How can we diagnose, Doc, AS?
Yeah. So actually, one of the things kasi that in addition to what Dr. Son was saying a while ago, it's not, when you talk about the spine, you can actually think of the symptoms just by following the spine. You have the neck, then you have the lower back, you have the mid back, and then you can also remember also the thoracic spine. And that's why with patients with AS who are not being treated or who are not receiving treatment, pwede din tumigas yan. And that's why there are some patients who have difficulty also in breathing because their rib cage has a hard time expanding. Okay. And if their rib cage is not expanding properly, they will have a hard time breathing. And sometimes they are more prone to infection as well because they're not able to. And that's why and that's why it's important that you see the doctor. You first, you have to acknowledge talaga to yourself that there's something going on. Okay.
Yes, that there's something wrong, Doc.
Yeah,
sa'yo.
definitely. Yeah. Now there. And I'm glad that we're having this moment now, and then we have a lot of people are watching, because before you diagnose ankylosing spondylitis, and before you jump into maybe I have to have an MRI done, maybe I have to have an X-ray done, or should I have this blood test done, which is the HLA-B27. You can actually answer a screening test for the inflammatory back pain. And this is a questionnaire that you can ask yourself. So if you want, if you're listening, you can answer it with me right now.
Ayan. Guys, ready.
Yeah. Guys, listen.
And for patients with psoriasis, you have to count for yourself also.
Okay,
so
let's answer it
together. This test is for people who have low back pain for more than 3 months. Okay? And when you say 3 months, ito yung tuloy-tuloy na pain. And then these are 5 questions, and then it's answerable by yes or no. Every time you say yes, every time may oo ka, that's 1 point.
That's 1 point. Okay.
That's 1 point. So question number 1, nagsimula ba ang sakit sa likod before the age of 40? Okay, because usually patients with the spine involvement, it starts at an early age, just like what Dr. Asan said. In her case, she had it nung 25.
Earlier, yeah.
Very early, yeah. So question number 1, did it start before the age of 40? Because that's very unusual. So if there's a young person na may back pain, okay, you have to look at it. Question number 2, unti-unti bang lumalala ang sakit sa likod, or did the back pain develop gradually? Okay? So yung common kwento ng mga ganito, the common story here is you have a young male na madalas mag-basketball, and then sumakit yung likod, and then little by little ayaw na niya mag-basketball to the point na nakahiga na lang siya at ayaw bumangon sa umaga. And yun yung nakikita mo that the unti-unting the pain there just gradually develops from a very active person, biglang napapansin mo hindi nakakagalaw, etc.
Yeah,
so
because
for
of the
patients,
pain,
because of the stiffening. So for patients with AS, just the axial, usually it's male. But for psoriasis, the inverse naman is, pwede naman, they've been seeing that, well, syempre, more studies are warranted, but they've been seeing that mas sa babae naman yung back pain ng ankylosing spondylitis. So question number 2, did your back pain develop gradually? Question number 3, do you find out or gumagaling ba or nawawala ang sakit sa likod mo with exercise? Okay? And the reason why this is pertinent, because usually kapag sumasakit yung likod mo, you would rather rest and lay down. But for patients, for people who feel na mas gusto ko gumagalaw, mas gusto ko bumangon kasi nawawala, then that is a yes for that question number 3. Question number 4, walang ginhawa ang sakit sa likod kapag nagpapahinga ka, or when you rest, there is no improvement. Okay, so this is like the question number 3. It just points out talaga that it doesn't get better kapag nagpapahinga. And then lastly, question number 5, yung sakit mo ba ay lumalala sa gabi or gumiginhawa habang gumagalaw ka sa umaga? Or do you suffer the back pain more at night and then it improves when you move around in the morning? Because patients with this one, a common complaint sa kanila is nagigising sa gabi kasi sumasakit ang likod. Okay? So if you answered, if your points are 3 or less, then your pain might be mechanical. But if it's 4 or more, pwede po siyang inflammatory, and I would advise you go see a doctor.
I only got 1 point dun sa question 3.
So if it's 4 or 5, you go to rheumatologyph.org and you click on find the Rheuma to find the Rheuma near you.
Okay.
Kung si Dr. Sundeep. Ay, sorry. Na-curious ako kay Dr. San. If di mo pa alam, Doc, before na may AS ka pala, naka-perfect ka ba dito sa, sa questionnaire?
Yes, naka-perfect ako dyan for sure. Yes, lahat. Relate lahat. Ganun.
Oo, relate lahat, no? So, habang nag-question si Doc, parang nag-flashback sa'yo yung, before.
Yes.
Before ka ma-diagnose. Pero, ayun. Go ahead, Doc. Sorry, na-interrupt kita. Ayun, treatment yata, Doc, sa Doc Aldo.
Okay. All right. So when you're receiving treatment, you have to, if you're going to be following the latest guidelines for ankylosing spondylitis, you may need several specialists, but your treatment team is best led by a rheumatologist. Okay, so there are medications that you can try, but it has to be given properly, and these are medicines that you don't want to play around with. Because if you'll be using yung mga iinumin na gamot, dun yung mga NSAIDs, for example, you can be given a trial about 1 to 2 months, for example, and they can cause problems with your kidney and your liver. The biologicals, on the other hand, these medicines are expensive, and what may work for one person may not work for you. So you have to have a good relationship with your doctor so that you can find and individualize your treatment. Okay? Yun ang pinaka so yun. So and definitely hindi kaya ng one visit.
Yeah, kasi may
Hindi
iba,
kaya
no?
ng one
Kunyari,
visit.
pareho silang friends sila, or para silang patient na nagkakilala, kunyari, doon sa clinic ni Doc. Tapos parang tinanong niya, ay, anong nag-work sa'yo? Ay, try ko nga din. Hindi pwedeng gano'n, no, Doc? Kasi individual, it should be
Definitely hindi pwede.
individualized treatment.
At lagi
Yeah,
natin
and when it
pinapaalala
comes
sa...
to-
Yes po, Doc. Pinapaalala
Yes,
na
no.
bawal ang self-medication, especially dito,
Yes.
no? Ang hirap niyan kasi sumasakit. Sabi kanina, hindi ko nga imagine yung sakit na nararamdaman. Pero nakangiti pa rin si Dr. Sanz kahit
Oo,
alam ko
no?
ngayong mga
Nakasmile
oras
pa
na
din.
to.
Nasanay na nga daw siya sa pain everyday. Siguro
Alam
pag
ko
walang pain,
nasasaktan
nagtataka
siya
si
eh.
Doc Sundeep.
Huwag na nating ano si Doc. Sige po. Doc, Aldo, meron lang pong isang parang question siya, no? Isa sa ating mga audience natin. So parang sa inyo po ito naka-address. Kasi siguro sumabay siya doon sa pag-answer doon sa ibang question mo, Doc. Sabi niya, Doc, connected po ba yung TMJ? Kasi lately masakit tapos tumutunog and masakit kahit even magsubo ako ng kutsara.
Yeah.
Hindi ko siya
Yes,
mabuka.
yes. Now, first of all, before we go to the more severe, we have to look at what's the more common one. Usually, if you have a TMJ problem or a TMJ dysfunction, minsan the problem really is with the teeth and you're not biting properly. So, for example, makailangan ipasta, kailangan ibunot, or if you have a tooth that's growing out, and your bite is not pantay na, you might be biting at an angle. And when that
Could
happens,
be a factor, Doc, no?
yeah, you're causing pain in that joint. Okay, now that's the most common. But yes, you can also have that with ankylosing spondylitis. If you're gonna go by the numbers, ang hili ko sa numbers, no, it's about 4% to 35% na pwede madama yan. And the usual sensation there would be it's described as a stiffening of the jaw. Okay? But just like the sakit sa likod, you will actually start feeling better when you move it. Okay? Which is different when it's a TMJ problem, when it's biting. Because if you feel like ayaw mong igalaw, then most likely that's a problem with your bite. But if you find out mas gusto mo igalaw so that you can feel better, then that's more of the inflammatory type of the arthritis.
Oh, okay. So, Doc, you ask your patients ba na try and consult a dentist muna?
Yes, I do. And something that I tell my patients, nako siguro if I have patients here now, they will
si Ness
recall
yata
my
your
little
patient na,
spiel.
Doc?
Yeah, she's my patient. Hi, Ness. Now, it's important that when you see your doctor, it's why it's good that you have a relationship with your doctor because you should be able to feel free to tell your doctor what you're experiencing. Okay? And when it comes kasi to sa mga autoimmune diseases, the psoriasis, the lupus rheumatoid arthritis, or the ankylosing spondylitis, just like Dragon Ball, or just like Pokemon rather, sometimes it's still an evolving disease. Okay? Meaning when you consult with this doctor now, and then you feel good, and then later on you feel like ayoko na bumalik, you still have to go back because you might have additional symptoms because you don't know, maybe your disease is still evolving. And if it's evolving, then you will need treatment for that. Okay? And let's say you're being treated for AS and then you start developing psoriasis, for example, then the medicine that's being given for you for AS, there is a better medicine. There are other options that you can try that will also treat your psoriasis, for example.
Ayun.
Sobrang pala nito,
talaga
no?
importante
Parang
na
complicated
magkonsulta.
pag
Ang hirap
kaya
na,
dapat
Coachy.
talaga go to a doctor. Yeah. Pero how
Mahirap
common
talaga
po
pag
is
complicated.
axial spondyloarthritis po dito sa Pilipinas?
Well, alam ko there's a study done recently. I'm not sure of the numbers, but when I'm sure of the numbers, I'll let you know. Okay?
Okay.
If
Pero
Sir
Doc,
Clark
marami
is
ka
here,
din.
maybe Sir Clark can comment. Are you here,
Oo
Sir Clark?
nga, Sir Clark, if you're here.
With the IMAX study?
Yeah. Pero Doc, marami kang patient na
Yeah, there's a lot.
nagsasuffer for AS.
And I'm in a way I'm glad that the environment now is it's much more friendly. More people are are standing up for
Aware.
themselves and saying that, wait, doc, no, listen, because you have to advocate also for yourself, okay, and that's important because and then sometimes you just have to find the right fit for you. And that's why rheumatology is important, because the rheumatologist committed, that's the specialty that really is for the back pain. Okay, because yun yung mga gamot. Okay, we do work with ortho, we do work with rehab doctors, because it's really a multidisciplinary treatment for the person. But in the end, the rheumatologist should be the one who's leading the team.
Question lang kay Dr. Son. I know you're a member of ASAP, diba, Doctora? ASAP member. How does the healthcare system in the Philippines support patients with axial spondyloarthritis po?
For now, the government could help us by yung paglapit natin sa PCSO when acquiring some drugs, like yung biologics, which are really expensive. So, malaking tulong yon. And then, when you get hospitalized, the PhilHealth could also help in some way. And for the other patients who are already PWD, who have their PWD IDs, we could have our discounts whenever we eat out or travel, or try to relax and enjoy here in the country. So malaking bagay yung mga yun. Ayun, so that's how we get help. And then of course our organization is also trying to reach out different organizations as well who help us with the raising of awareness for this disease. And nag-start kami in 2018 with only 14 members. Now we already have hundreds of members.
Dami na daw.
Yes, and malaking tulong talaga itong PsorPhil, and then yung other organizations din na tumutulong sa amin to raise awareness, and then of course to disseminate these information na kailangan malaman ng mga tao so that they will know how to treat and address their conditions as well. Yun po.
Right.
Thanks, Doc.
Yeah.
Pero,
Go
ahead, Doc.
Yes, Doc.
I have to commend PsorPhil, Sir Pong, Sir Joseph, everyone in PsorPhil for being such a flag bearer for and advocating for patients with psoriasis, and because you're advocating for psoriasis, you're actually advocating for everyone else, for patients in the Philippines. Now, I alala ko recently, the House bill it's still for passing, right? But that's a step in the right direction. And sometimes we need to help the lawmakers then know that we are here, we are a lot, and they should really be helping. Okay? And I think it's all going in the right direction naman. I just pray na tuloy-tuloy na rin to.
Yes, Doc. And we are very thankful din po kay Doc Aldo, because yan nga ang aming isa sa mga favorite doctors namin. Laging nandun sa frontliner si Doc nung talagang kasama namin siya nung nagkaroon ng first hearing dun sa ating batas for psoriasis bill. And siya ang isa sa mga resource person natin nung tinanong na about psoriasis and psoriatic arthritis. Diba? So, Doc, kanina sinasabi ni Doc Sans na yung treatment po, Doc, kasi kanina pinakita ko din natin, meron tayong isang isang audience natin na nakikinig, si Jericho. Ang sabi niya, currently he is taking biologics for psoriatic spondyloarthritis. May kamahalan daw talaga ang medicines niya. Sana po there's a chance na maging accessible at maging cheaper ang meds for this condition. Kaya Jericho, lagi ka nakatutok dapat sa Wellness Weekends Philippines and sa Psoriasis Philippines, kasi talagang kailangan natin ng tulong ng bawat isa para may maisabatas natin yung ating bill. Kasi marami po tayong matutulungan pag ito po ay naipasa po natin. Doc, ngayon, paano ba ang treatment? Where can we go to get the treatment for AS? Sino-sino ang ating pupuntahan do? Kanina nabanggit ni Doc, pwede tayong humingi ng tulong, no, sa mga government agencies natin and PWD-ID. Importante yan. Na meron kayo
I hear you.
Yes.
And I sobrang agree with what Dr. Son was saying. And Jericho, I feel you. I really do. Now, sometimes the difficulty din kasi when it comes to treating and receiving medicine for what we are experiencing is we have to realize it doesn't end with just the medicine. Okay? Medicine is just part of the is part of how we treat is part of how we get better. So if you think of a car, if there are 4 wheels, medicine is just one of those wheels. So we really have to, it's just not the medicine. We should also try to for example, if you're smoking, you should stop smoking. You should maintain a healthy weight. And then really, although it sounds counterproductive, I know kasi masakit din yung likod mo, exercise and moving or stretching will really help. Okay?
Swimming, parang si Dr. Son.
Yeah. Now, we don't have, kasi not everyone then can go swimming. So, and not everyone then can afford to see a personal physical therapist, for example. So we have to reach out for what we can. And if you have a cell phone, there are some apps that will remind you to stand up. There are some apps will advise you on how to walk for so long. When it comes to exercise, Jericho, what's the best exercise is the exercise you can do every day. Okay? Because if kung pipilitin mo mag-gym and then mag-gym ka for 1 hour na magbubuhat ka lang and then the rest of the week nakahiga ka, that's not helpful and you will swear off going to exercise again. So if you want numbers, kasi like what I said, mahilig ko sa numbers, your exercise, if you can target 150 minutes a week, that is very good. And when you say 150 minutes a week, it doesn't mean na in one day magwa 150 ka. Okay? So you can do 30 minutes a day.
Wag mo naman
for 5 days.
Pagurin yung sarili mo, Jericho,
Yeah. So definitely, even brisk walking is a start.
Yes.
And it's difficult. And when it comes to psoriasis, Jericho, one of the things that we have to take in mind also is sometimes kulang din tayo sa vitamin D. So best source of vitamin D, magpa-araw tayo. And when you say magpa-araw, it doesn't mean naman na wala akong suot na nagsa-starfish ka sa labas.
Yeah.
Ang daming magagalit sa atin. An arm, a leg, that would be great. Okay? But what's important is that it's direct sunlight. Walang filter, walang window na hindi nagba-bounce off lang. Okay? And when you start moving, well, if you want to be strict, they say that the best sun is actually noon. Okay? The thing is, we're in the Philippines, so hindi natin kaya yan.
It's so hot here.
So hindi natin kaya yan. So what you can go for kahit the early morning, whatever sun you can get. Kasi like what I said, bakit natin pipilitin kung hindi naman talaga kaya? Okay? So if you can wake up, if your time is 7 o'clock to 8 o'clock, go for it. If your time is 9 o'clock to 10 o'clock, go for it as well. But wag naman yun to the point that nasusunog ka na and it's
Very
painful or sobrang isilaw ka na. What's important is you can do it every day. Okay? And if you do it for 5 minutes a day for 1 week, that's still 45 minutes a week compared to 0 na hindi ka lumabas ng bahay.
Yeah.
And that will have some effect. It's gonna be slow. It's gonna take a while. But a little moving forward will go a long way in the end.
That's true. Thanks, Doc. Pero Doc, I would like to know lang, are there any like misconceptions or myths about AS?
Dr. San, what's your experience with that po?
Regarding the myths about AS, I think some people think na sa likod lang yung na-affect or back lang yung na-affect ng AS. Which is not, because as Dr. Aldo said, it affects the spine. Well, AS primarily affects the spine and the hips, pero it also affects your other joints nga, which is nasabi rin to kanina ni Dr. Aldo. And so it could also affect your shoulders, your fingers, your elbows, your wrists, your knees, your feet, lahat talaga ng joints natin pwede nga ring ma-affect. So, hindi lang yung nasa gitna ng katawan natin. And then other people could also think na yung AS hindi siya nakukuha ng mga bata, which is very wrong. Kasi yung symptoms nga, it starts at your prime. So, usually itong mga itong kaming mga nandito sa ASAP or ASA PH. Bata pa kami. Yes, bata pa kami. Kasali ako doon. Ayan, so usually mga 20s to 30s lang kami. So we're at the peak of our, of our youth. Na ang dami na, we have so much to offer. And then we already have these symptoms that limit us from doing a lot of things that we still can do. So, ayun, maling-mali yun na yung mga bata hindi nagkakaroon ng AS. And then, maybe for some people, they also think that exercise could make it worse. Well, that could happen, pero I think it also depends on the exercise that you do. Kasi some people, they don't know that they're already stressing their muscles, their joints, because katulad nung sabi kanina ni Doc na baka naman nagbubuhat sila ng bongga, which is bawal sa amin yung mga weight-bearing activities o yung mga pag-squat. And then, syempre, yun nga, dapat papakiramdaman mo, you let yourself feel your body na kapag sinabi ng body mo na hindi mo kaya, don't do it. Don't stress yourself. Kung hanggang saan lang yung kaya mong gawin, pakinggan mo yung sinasabi ng katawan mo, hanggang dun ka lang. Huwag kang sasobra dun. And also, aside from that, siguro yung iba, iniisip nila na rare yung AS. Well, dati akala rin namin rare siya, pero sa ngayon kasi it turns out na medyo nagiging common na siya, although kasi hindi siya ganun pa kanon. That's why we are doing these kind of activities na ito, di ba, nandito tayo ngayon to spread awareness to other people so that they'll also know the symptoms that they're having, if they have AS or not. So better have it checked. Kung kanina nagkaroon ng mga questions si Dr. Aldo, and kung nakakuha kayo ng score na 4 out of 5 or 5 out of 5, then you should consult a rheumatologist right away. But then if you have 3 or less, then medyo safe pa, pero siguro observe nyo pa, pakiramdaman ninyo yung sarili ninyo para makasiguro talaga tayo na wala rin tayong AS. And aside from those, siguro some people, maybe they, for those who have AS and their symptoms are not so good anymore, like medyo malala na, severe na yung symptoms, maybe they could also think that there's nothing that they can do about it anymore. And that's wrong. Please do not lose hope, because there's a lot that we can do for our illness. So it's really best to consult a rheumatologist kasi sila talaga ang primary na doctors natin who takes care of us. And very important na nandito sila kasi yung medications na binibigay sa atin, sila talaga ang nagpe-prescribe nito. Aside from that, if you have other symptoms like yung kunwari medyo limitado na or limited na yung mga ginagawa natin physically, then it's also good to undergo yung mga rehabilitation. So other doctors might, play their roles as well. So we could go to our rehab med specialist or orthopedic surgeons kung mas malala pa yung symptoms natin and medyo kailangan na pala ng surgery. Kasi some people who have AS, they also undergo yung mga hip replacement surgery or yung mga iba pa, minsan sa spine kung may problems din sila dito. And aside from that, yun nga sabi kanina ni Dr. Aldo, medyo multidisciplinary kasi ang approach natin to the treatment of AS. So it's not just about the medicines, it's also about the exercise, the rehabilitation, and then some of us also take corticosteroids or yung mga steroids which are not to be played around with. So if you don't have a doctor who prescribes you those medications, please do not take it on your own because it can do more damage than benefit you. And yung biologic agents natin na binibigay for the AS, they're very expensive. So kailangan natin ang tulong talaga ng mga rheumatologists natin para mabigay yung tamang gamot para sa atin kasi it's personalized treatment para sa atin that we receive for the AS. And some myths also, siguro other people think that AS isn't common in women. So mas marami talaga, no, yung males na nagkakaroon ng AS. However, like me, I'm a woman, but I also have it. And sa group namin, this association namin, we also have other women who are part of our association. So, hindi lang siya sa males, nagkakaroon din ng females ito. Although, yun nga, medyo mas marami lang talaga sa males ng konti. And then, siguro, some people might think na AS is not genetic. However, ayun nga, meron natukoy kanina si Dr. Aldo na tinetest din sa atin, which is yung HLA-B27. So, ayun, so a lot of people are like maybe around more than 85% of those with AS test positive for that gene. So, ayun, pero it doesn't really mean na kapag nag-positive ka doon ay magkaka-AS ka na. Hindi naman. Pero a lot of us have that, are positive for the HLA-B27. And lastly, siguro yung AS, siguro yung iba, baka iisipin nila na form siya ng RA or rheumatoid arthritis. Pero it's not. It's different sa rheumatoid arthritis. Although, para silang magpinsan, gano'n. Ayun, para silang magpinsan, magkamag-anak sila. And last one siguro ang masasabi ko yung about sa cure ng AS, siguro yung iba since hindi nila alam, baka iniisip nila na madali lang siyang i-cure, ganun. Parang siguro, or yung iba siguro magtataka, bakit hindi ka pa magaling? Ang tagal mo na may AS, bakit hanggang ngayon meron ka pa rin yan? Something like that. So, there's no single cure for AS. Until now, there's no known cure for AS. So, well, as for me, it's a lifetime treatment that I need to undergo. And you need to be dedicated with your treatment. And, you need to go on, keep on moving. When you have it, please do not give up. And, you always have pain. But again, I'll reiterate that you need to look on to the positive things and the things that you can still do. Be thankful for those, kasi those are the things that will keep you on moving and going through life. And also your family, your friends, everyone who loves you, who supports you, please always have them in mind, in your heart. Do not forget them. And of course, your faith in God, it's really important that you hold on to Him, because even though you undergo a lot of challenges, different challenges every day, alam mong kasama mo si Lord. He will always be there. He will never leave you. So, just hold on. Kapag, sabi ni Ate Bing, I miss you so much. So, sabi niya dati, kapag may masakit, kay Lord kumapit. So, yun lang.
Diba?
Yes.
That's so nice, Kapag may masakit, kay Lord kumapit. Oh, guys.
Yes.
Diba?
Thank you so
Rhyming, Ate Bing. Thank you. Doc Alda, do you have something to add dun sa sinabi ni Dr. Sundeep sa mga misconceptions?
Yeah, she's right. So to add to what she said a while ago, one of the campaign of ASA-PH is not pain is back. But one of the things that they're planning to launch, just a heads up to everyone, is the campaign launch is going to be not just your back. Okay? And the reason why it's just not just your back is because it's just not your back. There, like what Doctora said, there are other things. And your disease may evolve, but it doesn't mean that it will. Okay? So some people will say, may AS ako. Does this mean I will get a problem with my eyes or in the skin? Magkaka-psoriasis ba ako? No. Okay? It doesn't mean that you will, but you are at risk. Okay? And that's the reason why you have to be on the lookout then. Because if you do, then that is something that you can control as well. Okay?
Yun. Actually, nasagot na eh. Mayroong nagtanong kasi, Doc, kanina si Renz. Sabi niya, Doc, ako, 12 years na ako, may AS. May possibility ba magka-psoriasis? Kasi natatakot ako, gusto ko lang malaman po. Thank you, Doc.
Okay. All right. No. Doesn't mean naman right away. Okay? But definitely, if you start noticing, so what do you look for psoriasis? So ito alam na to ni Coach Chris and ni Coach C na if you have dandruff that goes beyond your scalp, if you have dandruff behind your ears, or if you notice kumakapal yung skin mo sa elbows or in your shins, then those may be signs. Okay. Other things would be if you get a rash. The description of psoriasis is white or silver over red. So may scales ka na puti over red skin. Okay. Other things would be you check your nails, and in the end, if you want to be sure, you go visit your doctor.
Doctor.
Yes.
Doc, mabilisan lang. Meron pa tayong like 4 more questions. Sabi ni Ate Cons, Doc, ask ko lang po, I'm sore arthritis patient. Araw-araw po halos nahihirapan ako bumangon. Pero tinitiis ko dahil ayoko pong nakahiga. Siko ko po laging makirot, then mga daliri ko sa paa. Visit, no, Doc? Visit a rheumatologist.
Visit na, Doc, no?
Yes.
Visit Doc Aldo.
And then Lando Amulong said, Doc, sumasakit po likod ko kapag pagising ko sa umaga. Ano po ba to? And anong dapat gawin? Salamat po from Tagaytay City.
From Tagaytay.
Yeah. So from Tagaytay, we also have rheumatologists in that area. So you can go to the rheumatologyph.org, then you click on find the rheuma, and then it will direct you to the rheuma nearest you. But definitely,
just find a rheuma. Kailangan ng doctor ang naghanap, no?
Last question. Sabi ni Patrick Versosa, hi, the number one problem of those suffering from AS is the price of the needed medications, DMARDs. Is there a way for patients to get these meds at a cheaper price? Thanks.
You can ask help from your LGU. Okay, sometimes they have programs, but this is depending on where you live. Other places would be, well, we're lucky that some of the medicines that are available, they have some patient programs. And to find out if there's a patient program, you can ask the doctor that you're seeing. Now, we talked about kanina about how people are from far off places and then they're having difficult time look for rheumatologists. Because in the end, there's only about 200 rheumatologists in the whole Philippines. So we are lucky though that there is such a thing called teleconsult now. So if there's none in your area, you can actually try to contact a doctor and seeing them online. But when you do see them online, before you see them, prepare already your laboratories, take pictures of the joints that you want them to look at, or if you're suspecting that you have a rash, then those are pictures that you can take at during the rash. Because sometimes it's going to be, Doc, naka-rash ako, and then, but when you try to take a picture, it's gone already. So you can, if you have a rash, you can actually keep a picture diary of it, and you can show this to not just the rheuma, but also to the dermatologist. There are board-certified dermatologists then who work closely as well with PsorPhil.
Yes,
thanks,
Doc, batiin lang
sorry.
natin, Coach Z. Batiin natin si Dr. Melissa. Sabi niya, akala ko international ang mga guests.
International ang mga guests. Yes.
Hello po, Dr. Melissa.
I think, nag-greet si Dr. Melissa kanina sa inyo eh. Ayun. Tapos, last na lang po, Doc. Yung sakit po ba sa likod po tuwing madaling araw po, rheuma din po ba, Doc?
Yes, it's a form of rheuma. And that's actually one of the questions that was nandun sa panglimang, dun sa 5 questions. So don't worry, later on, let's review it before we say goodbye. Okay? Or maybe we can post something like that.
Yes.
Shout out pala to Dr. Camille, Dr. Melissa. She was the speaker a while ago for ASA-PH. Thank you very much for promoting and speaking on behalf of patients with ankylosing spondylitis.
Yan. So sabi ni Sir Joseph, grabe, inspiring as always. Si Doc Sundeep.
Yeah, ayun. Do you guys want to add something sa ating discussion or any final message, encouragement po natin for the viewers?
Okay, let's have Doc Aldo for giving the final message for 878 viewers natin tonight.
Wow,
hello po sa lahat.
Thank you so much, guys.
Wow.
Good evening to everyone. If ever you're one of the people who has this sort of arthritis, know that you're not alone. You have your doctors, you have your family, and we're lucky enough that we have PsorPhil and we have the ASA-PH. ASA-PH is a group of patients, and this is a patient support group, and you can search for them and be part of their group at Ankylosing Spondylitis Association of the Philippines, and also PsorPhil, as always, with their weekends with PsorPhil. Wellness weekends. Very good, and thank you very much.
Thanks, Doc Aldo. Ikaw naman, Dr. San.
And so thank you so much again for having me here tonight. And I hope you learned a lot from us tonight while watching. And so if you know someone who suffers from back pain, this is one of the most common symptoms of AS. So that's why it's really important that you watch this, because you will know the difference between a mechanical back pain from an inflammatory back pain. And if you have inflammatory back pain, then definitely, again, you should consult your rheumatologist. And as Dr. Aldo said, know that you are not alone. There's a lot of us who go through this every day. And always keep your faith, because this will help you get through all of the things you are you're going through every day. It's hard na laging may pain, pero always focus on the things that you can still do, because that is what matters. And of course, again, the things that I've told you before, like your family, your friends, the love and support of your loved ones, those are the things that matters. And the small things that you can still do, like get up in the morning, be able to go to work, and being able to take the medicines that were prescribed to you by your doctor. Those are the things that matter, and you should be thankful for those things every day. The small victories that you have, always be thankful for that. Para happy pa rin tayo talaga. Ayun. And guys, please do not forget to support our page. And if you want to know more about ankylosing spondylitis or axial spondyloarthritis, please search for our Facebook page. It's Axial Spondyloarthritis Association of the Philippines, or you could type yung @ sign, and then asaph.org, so you could find it on Facebook. Thank you so much for your support and for watching us tonight.
Ayan. Thanks, Doc. I like that you said it's hard, but there's always pain. But just take care of yourself, no, Doktora? Do the things that you wanna do, pero listen to your body rin. Tama ba, Doktora? Ayun. And then, sabi ni Doktora kanina, tumatak sa akin, pag hindi kaya, huwag pilitin. Di ba may mga nag-encourage, like, kunyari, coach mo, physical fitness coach, na kaya mo yan, but listen to your body. If you think you cannot do it anymore, then stop, no? And ayun, appreciate na lang the things that you can still do. That's nice.
Nice, very nice. And thank you, Doktora, for bringing the sun.
The sun.
And talaga naman. Alam ko, and Doc Aldo, as always, lagi nating hero. Si Doc Aldo, lagi nag-yes yan kapag kailangan natin ng mga special, pagdating sa mga topics na ganito. So maraming salamat po sa inyong dalawa, sa aming mga butihing doctors for tonight. And we want to hear from your feedback so we can improve on our content. Please fill up the quiz field and let us know your thoughts. Yung po na yan ay pakisagutan po sa aming comment section para po mas lalo pa yung ating Wellness Weekends Philippines.
You can click the link na lang for the feedback form. Ayan. Thank you so much, Dr. San and Dr. Aldo. But again, thank you so much for your precious time po. And we hope to have you again in the future. Sorry na tayo overtime, but sobrang gandang topic for tonight. And I'm sure na-appreciate din ng mga viewers natin. Ayan. So see you guys again next week for another exciting episode for Wellness Weekends Philippines. So this every Saturday, 8 p.m. to 9:30 p.m. here at WWP 2.0. Ayan.
Right. And we would like to thank our sponsors, Novartis. Also, wag natin kalimutan na pwede natin ulit mapanood, You can check our updates for the WWP 2.0 on our new FB page. Just search Wellness Weekends Philippines and our official Facebook fan page, Psoriasis Philippines. Don't forget to follow and share our episodes tonight. Coach G?
Ayan. So, balikan ko lang, sabi ni Doc Aldo, if you want to find a rheumatologist in your area, that's rheumatologyph.org. Ayan. And then, ASAPPH, that's ASAPH. Ayan. Tama ba, Doktora? Wait lang. Yeah, ASAPH.org. Ayan.
Yes.
Ayan. So, yan. Check lang our their Facebook or their website, no, for any updates. Ayan. And also, you can check our updates then, Psoriasis Philippines, or Wellness Weekends Philippines, and our official Facebook fan page, Psoriasis Philippines. Don't forget to follow and share our episode tonight. And we also have YouTube
channel. Yes, our YouTube channel. Simply search PsorPhil channel, and don't forget to click the subscribe button and hit the notification bell so that you can be notified whenever we upload new episodes. Like tonight, no? Mamaya lang po ng konti, mapapanood nyo na po ang replay nito.
Yes, ayan. So parang if you think you missed something or you wanna watch it again, go to PsorPhil channel lang on YouTube. Ayan, again, this is Coach C. And with me is
Coach Javier.
And our host, and our guest, Dr. Sundeep and Dr. Aldo. Thank you so much. See you again next week, guys, at our Wellness Weekends Philippines, your official channel for your weekly guide on health and wellness.
Call natin si Direk. Direk, thank you.
Our broadcast team to join us on the screen. Hello, Direk.
Ayun o. Hello, Direk.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you
for watching. Dr. Sundeep and Doc Aldo, baka may gusto kayong batiin while we're saying goodbye. Shout out sa mga patient
Shout out.
Friends, co-doctors.
My kids, Andy and Andre, and my wife, Anne. Keep safe. Thank you for giving me this time this evening.
Oh, thank you po. Binigyan niyo ng time si Doc Aldo with us. Dr. San?
Yes, thank you so much to my family. Harman, I love you, baby. To my mom, to my sister, Ate, and Kuya Ao, thank you so much for watching me. To all of my friends who I've invited earlier, thank you so much for supporting me and for being with us here tonight. Thank you.
Nice.
Thank you,
Thank you. Thank you for watching. Hello, Pangga.
Bye, guys.
Bye!